Is the U.S. playing favorites with refugees? One group gets a free pass while millions are shut out. Stick around for the shocking debate.
So there's essentially, from this administration, no refugee programs for anyone except. In early February, the president announced a special refugee program for Afrikaner farmers, justified, A, by some concerns about South Africa and foreign policy, but B, a claim that these were persecuted individuals.
Wait, only Afrikaner farmers? Why them? Here's where it gets spicy.
Do you think Afrikaner farmers are the most persecuted group in the world?
I think those 49 people that came certainly felt they were persecuted, and they passed every sort of check mark that had to be checked off in terms of meeting the requirements for that. They live in a country where farms are taken and land is taken on a racial basis.
Okay. Do you think they're more persecuted than Uyghurs or Rohingyas, or more persecuted than political dissidents in Cuba or Venezuela or Nicaragua, or more persecuted than those who would be threatened should they be returned to Afghanistan by violence by the Taliban?
Well, the problem we face there is the volume problem, okay? If you look at all the persecuted people of the world, it's millions of people. They can't all come here. And we had refugee programs.
So why prioritize Afrikaner farmers?
Well, because it's a small subset, it's a new issue, and the president identified it as a problem and wanted to use it as an example. But that's different from having these refugee programs that were basically spending money to put people up in communities and accommodate them, and it was acting as a magnet. Millions of people entered this country illegally, and today the border is sealed.
Oof, that's a bold claim. But is it true? Check this counterpoint.
Go look at the composition of the South African government. Since July of 2024, there's a government of national unity, and the opposition party to the ANC, the Afrikaner Party, the Democracy Alliance, is part of the governing coalition. Former Afrikaner Party, still widely representing Afrikaners. He is the Minister of Agriculture in South Africa right now.
Did they just call it a lie? Is this policy fair? You decide. Comment below.
Afrikaners get an easy pass, and refugee programs for the remainder of the world are shut off. And you can't say to the American public that we should apply this statute in an even-handed way.
No, I think it should be applied in a way. No, you shouldn't be shocked. It should be applied in the national interest of the United States. Our immigration policy should be based on the national interest of the United States, period.
Afrikaners in, everyone else out? Fair or foul? Tell us in the comments.